So I left these here. Went to go get me Mandarin and drama Erica Badu was playing. Now it's also connected to the fifth house. Use it to create. And I'm feeling like that's just like the drama that's within you, between your Mars energy and your Venus energy. The knowing of the deep connection you have to your self worth. And then it's like the depths of it as you begin to take more of, we're back, as you begin to take more of the layers off. Sometimes not even realizing where you began peeling the layers back. Something created a domino effect in something else. And now, in the here and now, here you are. Let's go here first. Here is the wolf energy and the star ancestor. Okay, it's an elder that's really within spirit around you. Okay, but this would have to be within you first. Now, this is also that energy of like people who go through transformations but don't realize that they've gone through a transformation and they end up in the same space as you. But this is basically polarizing in order to see. This is how the universe will paint the picture in your reality. Yeah, it really does sound like you go to a space where now you're looking at your life as if it were a video game. But it's not a game. Like, these are your actual feelings and thoughts. And you have to take time to reflect with see your seeds grow. Now, you could be that person that has always been the one to tell people, let people know about what's what constantly, but they still don't budge. So, source is saying, take care of your needs and follow the voice of your star. What is it? The voice of your soul, star ancestor said to you. Okay, you've already connected the dots. You already know what's up. Okay, you know what path you want. And the wolf is all about finding a path and not forcing anybody else to be on it, but still taking the steps you're guided to take, regardless of what anyone around you thinks or feel about the steps that you do take. But also know the path that you're on, so you know which actions to take. So then you have take time to reflect, see your seeds grow. Right? Not then I already showed it to you. It's trying to say who's who. Ah, that's why that notification came up saying who's who. The wild is the unknown. It's formless. What we make ourselves aware of is what it becomes. before you shape out muffins or anything regarding cake or anything like that, that entire batter is formless, but you know that it has all of this potential to be a muffin, to be bread, to be whatever, you know? But that's the process of allowing oneself to activate, to bring the light into situations that are most uncomfortable. Keep sweat twisted. It's 110. Let's see. It could be restricting you, embracing the energy of peace. What else? Embracing the energy of peace that keeps you in alignment to your path, your pathway you're supposed to experience. It'll change your perception about a lot because you'll start thinking about family. Some could be your career. But looking at it from within you without labeling something outside of you. Embracing the energy of peace wherever you're at with every specific area in your life that comes to your awareness. To follow the voice of your soul. The space to rule. The solar plexus, the center, your center. So, we know the center to be connected to the alignment of the spine, right? A moment of enlightenment, but at the same time, it doesn't look that way. Because you're in a different position or a different perspective to see it as such, but it's still operating in the way that it would if you were mindful. It sounds like protection. Wherever we go with this, y'all, we have here make plans and focus and grow within your current situation. Yeah, while the moon is in Sag, these next couple degrees, see, it's the same shit that happened when I saw this earlier. So I'm gonna read it to y'all. It's inside degrees when the moon is in Sag. 8 degrees. I was just guided to look over there before coming on here. I was like, what is that? What is that? So, welcome. Sag at 8 degrees. Okay, which will be a few hours or so. The collective subconscious energy is what I'm going to be reading on right now. The harsh landscape of the moon with the black sky, the earth is not visible. I just have to pause for a moment because we do have the new moon coming up in Pisces. Let's continue. Now, keep in mind that Pisces and Sag are both ruled by Jupiter. One is truth, the other one is about belief. Who do you believe to be true? Okay. The harsh landscape of the moon with the black sky, the earth is not visible. When chaos joins forces with hard and heavy, let me start over. When chaos joins forces with hard and heavy, dense frequencies, we are in for an exceedingly difficult journey. The feeling level is depressive and anguish susceptible. The energies are chaotic and almost random. The result is an undercurrent, an undertow that is vicious. All seems hopeless. The situation contains no relief in sight. In the thick of this dilemma, momentum toward the future is being seeded in one of two directions. Either you're condemning yourself to grim and forbidding territory as a form of self punishment for being so far off, or you are preparing the way for a change of heart toward compassion and forgiveness, even for your own greatest weaknesses. It all depends upon whether you can allow in spiritual light of redemption for the worst, or whether instead your mind is made up and another round of no nourishment at all is in order for the one who is lost and now has no way back. That is, until you let the light into this terrible darkness and radically relent from your judgmental stance. Where the moon is right now, 2 degrees, it should be still, yeah, no wonder. I did mention something about Mercury hour because my right ear kept going off before doing this live. But it was Venus hour. Now we're in Mercury hour, at least where I'm located, connected to Mercury's energy. So some of you could have a Mercury in Sag, and this is just the way the communication you're having with your thoughts in the universe is more than likely moving. All right, so definitely for those of you who got Mercury in Sag, or Sun, Moon, Rising as well. So let's see here. Let me just double check first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 2 degrees. So the moon right now, what I just read was Sagittarius at 8 degrees, which would be in a few hours. Now, the collective subconscious energy right now, a vast multiplicity of vantage points, ways of being, complete identities, fabulously suggestible and impressionable, fanning out in all directions, becoming one with everything, desiring and needing to bring forth each self you have ever been, every fancy you are filled with. You are impetuous, outrageous, and irrepressible. Freedom at all costs. The moment prevails. Ferment and flux. A great difficulty in holding steady. Perpetual adolescent rebellion and the magnificent ability to become absolutely anything. Experiences all. Your deepest need is to embrace your astounding nature and let it be free despite all signs to the contrary. Like, this is why there's major shifts that are happening where you're able to activate if you allow yourself to. And I mean by allow yourself to is really get to that other side of all that is currently possibly putting you in a space of being defensive, or having to respond from the arena of defense. Because you're going to encounter situations that is going to help you to shift from that. but you have to allow it to, and checking the way you respond to it. Is like really reflecting on the path you chose to follow the voice of your soul. That when it's time to reflect, you're able to reflect from unconditional love. Because this process of taking care of your needs, it's what I'm connecting to give the message of is you break down a lot of those things that were not of that or conditioned to seeing that this was love. And in doing that, there's some difficult areas that really blind you or you blind yourself from looking at because of the difficulty that you step back from it. And then you get comfortable in the previous response that doesn't really get you anywhere, but at least helps you to evolve. Right? So that was something. Continuously seeing crescent phases. Like I would say what the last 3 days. Seeing the crescent phase either waxing or waning, because waning will be right before the new moon. Waning crescent, the balsamic moon. 1 second. Something about that. We read Sag 8 degrees for that reason. Keep seeing this crescent phase energy. Hmm. That would be between now and then. Now and tomorrow. Between now and tomorrow. We just vibing right now, honestly. I'm just picking up on the fact that where I'm located is connected to Mercury. What message do you have? I'm gonna go to the Starman deck. That's what we'll do. Just look at it in there. Full clarity card. If there needs to be another card that comes out with it. Okay. Here we go. I just want to see what messages Source has for you right now in regards to this process of allowing the activation or restricting oneself from it. Just want to see what comes out. Side of activation. What's the message here? Just keep flying over here. Ace of Wands. obviously a lot of you here are going to allow yourself to go through your shifts with the process in doing so. You knew there was a level of difficulty, but you're now looking at what it actually is. Okay, so this may resurface some ways of reacting, taking you away from a response. It comes more from your higher self, and where that particular experience may have been just part of the journey or the road that you were on to unconditional love. Queen of Wands, inner strength. You're going where your soul takes you. You're going where your soul takes you. See what I'm saying about these crescent moons? See what I'm saying? It's going to require a lot of inner strength to move forward, because you reached a point that you're seeing why some don't take the path, which is also allowing you to really see what you're holding the space for. This wolf spirit, you're holding space for it now. But it seems like the beginning stages of realizing that everybody's not going to walk this path with you, or that it may change from moment to moment. You may disconnect or reconnect, or disconnect entirely. But something about your inner strength, who you are, your self-expression, your unique self-expression, which is going to come from certain confrontations when it comes to balancing partnerships. The polar opposite to this would be the Queen of Swords, or Libra energy. Okay. This is ideal for this to come out after you adjust in the Venus hour. You adjust in the Venus hour. In order for you to step into your inner strength, you really got to be locked into those core values. You got to be really locked in about those core values. So when we know what those values are and we trust ourselves, when we reflect back, it looks a lot different. You may see instances or situations of people that may attempt to push through, which can cause that discomfort feeling, kind of what it would be like if you're digging up the soil to plant the seed. It's like you're now realizing the strength it takes to harness, harvest, or have your harvest. We ain't gonna go that far about people wanting to. That's a whole other topic, a whole other energy of harvesting souls. Like that's just, well, to mention it, some of you can carry this ability as a spiritual warrior to save certain souls. And this is more than likely where, when you reflect on situations, where you may have like this friction with the difficulty level of it, and then denying that it's there. Because it'll close you out of your self expression if you hold on to an energy of that nature where it's like something has yet to be unlocked to bring it to light. But whatever that something is, it's like, uh, some of you have been on that journey. And it's like getting to that point where you realize where you're at and you're like, oh shit. And then everything starts kind of like, it's kind of like something wearing off. And you can now feel your body. You're no longer under sedation. And you have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Definitely a wish fulfillment here. It's 1331. I'm just chilling. I'm just allowing. We got Queen of Wands and then the Four of Wands. Some of y'all, oh shit. Okay, some of you, Aries energy, you have about, you're rooted, deeply rooted to like 5 different ley lines. Huh? You're connected to 5 different ley lines, but you're recognizing the people of that tribe. What comes and what stays, what goes and what stays. Trusting your heart about what that is too. Anything that takes you away from bliss, no matter how deep it's lurking in the shadows, a shadow that has yet to be fully embraced, they know, you know. That shit. Oh, it's actually 6 of them I'm noticing now. Solid connection to Archangel Gabriel. Very strong voice, strong intuition. But now you have the strength to sustain that. By knowing yourself, by really understanding your temperament, the fire that is within you. And some of that fire that's within you, it's connected to something that's been repressed and not fully analyzed in order for there to be a released, in order for there to be a release, for that fire to now move upward to the crown. Two Panthers on the side right here. I just felt like this message went in so many, yeah, because for real, shapeshifters at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. You got the wolf, the eagle, and the serpent. And a divine masculine and a divine feminine. The balance of the spiritual and the practical. With the sun card there under it too. I mean, let me get one more. The Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is some, just a serious root worker here. But at this point where the ancestors and spirit guides are enhancing that ability. See those roots right there? It's the same one she's connected to. Deep cellular changes. Where the shift happens because you allow it to, and the way you respond. You may even see yourself from the outside looking in 3111 and just wonder, like, wow. Noticing the way you now respond, as well as the response that you're being given, which you may have always been given, but until you reach this specific space is when you're able to now see what's truly going on around you. Then we have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Cups. First of all, we already know the Most High is already present, but that's a confirmation here. When it comes to making a choice here, the choice as being the chosen one, 17, Nine of Pentacles, always going to be protected and solid, even if having to go through certain cycles. Okay, at the top of the deck, we got Seven of Swords, 777. I mean, siete. Cupid is playing 112. I'm just really looking at that as basically unconditional love will always wipe out all this negativity that's not serving for the proper the process of evolution, which means it's only coming from an ego standpoint. The more you decided and have taken action on really getting connected to the way you want to express yourself with strength, courage, and confidence, is to really see where it is that you're supposed to be going at trusting yourself. Release and validation that steps you into comparison, even comparing yourself to other situations, taking you away from your own unique self-expression. My thing is, when it comes to this deception here, as you were building that inner strength, this is why in this age you just mind your business. Mind your business in this age, okay? If something is not happening to the likes of your ebb and flow, then go somewhere else where it does fit you at that present moment that you're in your cycle. Don't force yourself to fit a story that's not even your story. Live your own unique self-expression, because you're constantly being watched here by your guides when it comes to realizing who you are, your self-expression. Something about self-expression here is going to step you into conversations that may not be comfortable. That's what Libra is about, though. Doing what's uncomfortable to bring it into balance. Even when you're working out and there's an imbalance within the body itself, or the skeletal system in itself, There's certain drills that you do repetitively on a daily basis in order for you to align that. But there are things that are happening within the body that you cannot see that's allowing certain activations in certain parts of the body so it can realign itself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. 7 of Cups, 7 of Wands. I'm really taking my time with these, huh? The Wheel. Wow. Okay. Spinning out into perfection because you're staying on your path. You're staying in your lane or in your area where it allows you to feel that expansion and just work freely. You have that chance to just be you and do it the way you want to do it. Really connect more to what your values are. Express your truest nature of love freely. In doing so, you're going to have to realize there's certain spaces where there's a red alert, but you didn't see them until you started seeing from a different set of eyes. Now we have the wheel coming out under these sevens, which is expansion. And that's Jupiter's energy, as mentioned before. Jupiter and Sag are ruled by Jupiter, but they're still connected to their main values of being divine energy, the esoteric factors of certain ideals. Just what is. Let me close it off with a starseed oracle. Split the deck. It says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Your north node. You're not going to be for everyone. When you begin expressing yourself, you're not going to be for everyone. And that's a beautiful transformation to see also. You could just be like, wow, okay. First you'd be like, wow, okay. But then when you step into that space of compassionate forgiveness, it's like, you know what? It ain't even so much about, it ain't even so much about who can see. But some just ain't ready to see. Some just ain't ready to see fully. Because it's not just love and light, it's really incorporating the shadow and the light. We have been really pushing forward still the same frequency that's not really bringing in the change, which is embodying the entire experience of experiencing it all. Because it'll even shift the way a present scenario may feel. Now, to each his own, you know what I mean? But I'm noticing through my transformation, those that I am connected to throughout these transformations within, your own timing when it happens. I'm noticing certain things and I'm just like, life and death are really in the power of the tongue and what we say. You know what I mean? So really pulling all spectrums together in balance and fine tuning it when you must, based on your own frequency. But let me just pull one more card here so I don't be dragging this. In the earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings is the final message with messenger. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Ashe. Inner earth, new beginnings and solutions. You'll survive this. Also known as Agartha, inner earth is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself. Many ancient cultures mention it in their stories. It's said that some of its beings of ancient lost lands, such as Lemuria, Atlantis, Aryavalta, went there. Hindu and Celtic lore mention caves and entrances to underground worlds. Tibetan Buddhism refers to the secret mystical city Shambhala, which is thought to be located in the Himalayas. Many have searched for inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. Is it a place that exists in the physical or another level of consciousness? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problem and situations, resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being assured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you won't normally do or wouldn't normally do. Soon, you'll see the whole new world of solutions are available. You'll see that whole new world of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different and shift your focus so you can receive them. What can you do to shift your energy or your outlook? What can you do to shift your energy or your outlook? What can you do in those areas of life where it may have been a little, what can you do to shift your outlook to a space of compassion and forgiveness? You may not forget, but you can forgive, though. All right?